So my job here today is to talk to you about company history, how we got here to where we are today, kind of some of the good and bad things that we've been through. We feel that the company history is important to all of our new people starting because once you come to work for us, you go out to the job site, you report to your job site, and we don't get to see you much anymore. So we want you to feel like you're part of the team, part of the company, and so we want you to know a little bit about us and why we do the crazy things that we do, like this hours and hours of training that you're going through. So I started the company with a partner on October 1st, 1995. And we started the company because we felt there was an opportunity in Champaign, Central Illinois, for a company to provide cleaner, safer, healthier indoor environments for commercial clients in the region. So 1995 and 1996 were really interesting and difficult years, but when we started we did janitorial work, we also did duct cleaning, and I'm talking about air ducts, not the quacker duct kinds. We actually did a job at Eastern Illinois University. The ducts were so big we climbed inside and we vacuumed them out from the inside. We did indoor air quality evaluations. 2 years into it, we were $40,000 in debt. My partner and I were not getting along. I wasn't making any money. I was fortunate to be able to survive off of my wife's income, and I was working my tail off. So things were not going well, and I approached my partner and basically told him that I would be willing to leave the partnership and walk away from the company, or I would give him the opportunity to walk away from the company and I would take over the debt. And he chose to leave and I took over the debt, and that's kind of how I got started. What I was doing at the time, we had a few janitorial contracts. I'd go in at 3 o'clock in the morning, clean a few buildings, and then I'd come into the office and all I did all day was sell, just talking on the phone, sending letters, going door to door to potential customers and selling as much as I can. And it seemed like in the first 2 years nothing ever worked. You know, we got a few small contracts here and there, but it was a lot of work, and all we did was pile up debt and not make any money. So the first thing that I did when I took over the company is I got out of the duct cleaning business and the indoor air quality business. I said, we're just going to focus on janitorial. We know we can do a good job at that, and we're going to make some money and get rid of this debt. In 1998, we got what I felt was a big break, although I'd worked really hard to get this. We got a contract with Busey Bank, and we started a contract cleaning 12 of their banks. You guys have probably all heard of Busey Bank. They're kind of a big name customer, so finally we had a fairly large contract and one that people could recognize, so we were able to build off of that. We had a reference. We could tell people, well, we cleaned Busey Bank, and so they trusted us. So that was a really good thing for us. Although that was really hard because we were starting cleaning 12 banks with very limited resources. So it was a lot of late nights. In 1998, our contract cleaning business grew 133%, which that sounds like a big number, but really we grew from maybe 8 people to 20 people in that year. 1999, January 1st was another big day for us. We started cleaning 4 of the Urbana grade schools. Over the years we got the contract for all the Urbana grade schools, but at that time we started 4 of them. We started cleaning the Motorola building in Urbana and Consolidated Communications all the way down in Effingham, and we started all those in the same night. So again, a few busy weeks trying to get those all started, and we had to bring in new people, just like you're coming in new. Everybody had to be trained and all the supplies set up, and we had to kind of learn how to clean the buildings at the same time. 1999, we purchased this building that we're in here. we actually got a huge bargain on this building. It was in really bad shape, but we were able to use it as an income source too. So we had a small office at the end of the building, and we rented out the rest of the building. Over the years, we've grown, and we've been able to expand and take on more and more of the building. This area back there where you've been in so far, we moved into in 2003, and then about 4 years ago, there was a foot doctor in this office, and he left, and so we just put a hole in the wall and put a door, and we moved into this space too. So it's worked out well for us. 1999, we hired Terry Patton, our operations manager, and this was a point where we were starting to grow, and I was doing all the supervising of people at night, and all the administrative stuff during the day, and it just got to be too much, so we hired Terry. This was also the year that my first daughter was born, so I got to spend a little bit more time at home getting to know my family again. 1999 was also our first $1 million in revenues. This is just a picture of the inside of the building when we moved in. Like I said, it was a bargain. And we've fixed it up a little bit over the years. 2002, we became debt-free. We paid off our last debt. It was actually a 2001 Ford cargo van. We wrote that check to Ford Motor Credit, paid off that last debt, and we've been debt-free ever since. And we still have the van. It's down at our Effingham branch. In 2004, we opened a branch office in Effingham. Prior to that, we had several contracts down there, and we probably had 15 people working there, and we decided that we wanted to be part of the community. So in order to do that, we had to open a branch office. We hired a branch manager, and now our branch managers, they run the whole show in their areas. So Ron is our branch manager in Effingham. He makes all his own decisions. He hires his own people. He does his own sales, and we're just support for him here. I help them with sales. We do their payroll. Our HR manager helps them with hiring somebody. In 2005, we hired an HR manager. Before 2005, I was doing all of the interviewing and hiring, and now we have an HR manager, and she does a way better job than I did. I was never any good at it anyway, so. But I just got to a point where I didn't have time to do it anymore. In 2006, some pictures from our Christmas party. Every year we have some sort of a company party. It's great because we can get everybody from the company into one place, and you can kind of get a feel for some of the other people in the company that you never got to meet before, and people from our branch offices come in. It's a good time. We try to provide entertainment and food for everybody. And 2007, we hired Mary, our accountant. And before we hired Mary, I was doing all the taxes and the payroll and all that stuff. And I just couldn't keep up anymore. So Mary is a way better accountant than I am. I move too fast to be an accountant. I'm not that good with the details, so she is. 2007, we opened a branch office in Bloomington, and we did this branch a little bit different. We didn't have any customers, and we didn't have any employees working in Bloomington, but we decided it was a market we wanted to be in, a growing market, and so we took a risk. We made an investment. We opened a branch office and hired a branch manager, and now we have about 45 people that work out of that office. And they also cover Peoria, so that's really a growing area for us. This is pictures of, in 2009, our service project was, we built a kitchen for Restoration Urban Ministries, and every year we do some type of service project. We feel it's really important for us to give back to the community. And this was one of our bigger ones. But we try to get as many people from the company involved in that, volunteering their time to give back. 2010 we had our fall party at Crystal Lake Park. And then 2011 we opened a branch office in Decatur. Again, we saw it was an area that we could grow in. We have about 15 people that are work out of that branch office now. And in 2012, our service project was building a community garden. This is in Urbana at the corner of Learman and Washington. If you ever drive by there, that was our service project. And I'd like for you to meet a few people on the team. Tony is our special services supervisor. He's been with us since about 1998. Brittany is the area manager in Effingham. Jory is our special services supervisor in Effingham. Ed is our first shift supervisor. Robert is area manager. Robert actually started working with us part-time as a cleaner, like all of you are. And he worked his way up to the floor crew, worked full-time on the floor crew, and then about 3 years ago he was promoted to area manager. Tim is our area manager, covers up north, Rantoul and Danville. Bob Monteith is our area manager in Decatur. Bob Odell is our area manager, covers parts of Champaign and Urbana. Tracy is the area manager covering parts of Champaign. There's Ann, our HR assistant. And Lori Ann, our HR manager. And Debbie, our office manager. You've probably met a lot of these people already. And this chart, something we're very proud of. This shows our revenue growth from 1996 all the way up to last year. And one thing that we're very proud of is that we have grown every single year. Our first full year, 1996, we did $220,000 in revenues, and last year almost $5 million. And there's a reason for this, and it's not because we have great salespeople or marketing plans. We don't have any paid salespeople on our staff. I do the sales for Champaign-Urbana, and I'm not that good at it. Our branch managers do sales in their areas. The reason that we've continued to grow is because we hire people who do a good job, who are committed, who take care of our customers, who don't complain, who have great attitudes. And when our people do a great job and they make the customer happy, our customers keep us. So our customers keep us year after year after year. Our customer retention rate has been over 95% every year since we've been in business. And also they tell other people, their friends, about us, and we have a great reputation in the area. So if anybody checks our references, we're likely to get that job. So that's it for our company history. Next I'm going to talk to you about core values. Our core values, we feel that are very important to our company. We've always had core values. Every person has values, every company has values. A few years ago we decided it was important to write down our values and share those with everybody because they're so important to us. So what our core values are: honesty, always get the job done, provide the best value, improve the lives of our team, have fun, and operate debt-free. These are things that are not always easy to do, but we feel they're very important, and as a result of doing them, we'll have long-term success. So, number one, honesty. Honesty is one of those things that we have to have. We will not tolerate dishonesty. We expect everybody here to be honest with each other. It makes life so much easier. But some of the things that happen out on the job, it's happened to me, it may happen to you. We're cleaning people's desktops, we're dusting around pictures, we're wearing backpack vacuums. We might knock a picture off the wall or a clock or something like that. So what we expect from you is that you report that to us immediately. We call the customer first thing the next day and say, hey, look, we broke your clock. We're going to buy you a new one. Tell us where would you like us to get it? What kind of clock would you like? And we just take care of it from there. You don't have to worry about it at all. But we do expect and require that you report it to us. And surprisingly, sometimes when we call the customer to report that, they thank us because they're so appreciative that we actually were honest and reported it to them. So I don't recommend you trying to break things just so that the customer thanks us, but if it happens, please report it to us. It's really important. And then we do what we say we're going to do, and we feel that honesty always works in the long run. Always get the job done. You know, we have lots of interesting circumstances that happen to us. We have lots of interesting requests. And if a customer requests something from us, we're going to figure out a way to get it done. We also have emergencies. Our customers have floods. We have snowstorms. You guys live in Illinois, you know that it snows here sometimes. Sometimes a whole bunch of people call in, they can't make it to work. We're going to get the job done anyway. We're going to send people around in trucks, and we're going to make sure that it gets done. If you ever have to call in sick, somebody else is going to be there to do your job. Provide the best value. One thing that sets us apart from our competitors is that we provide a turnkey solution for our customers. We take the burden of cleaning off of them and we put it on us. Now, we have to charge more for this. We're not the cheapest company out there. We're usually more expensive, but in turn, what we're providing for our customer is we're answering their problems, and they can focus on their core business because they don't have to worry about the cleaning. Now, how that impacts you is if you're out there on the job and you have something goes wrong or something breaks, we want you to call us. Don't put that back on the customer because they don't need to deal with extra problems. That's our job. So something happens out there, call us. We'll come in there and fix it. Okay? Improve the lives of our team. This is really important to us. Whether a person works here for 3 days or 3 months or 3 years or 30 years, during that time we want to have a positive impact on your life. Now, some people might work here for 3 months and pay off a credit card bill and then they quit. That's fine. We would rather have people that work for us for a long time, but if somebody works here and improves their life by paying off a credit card bill, we'll encourage them to do that. We've had people that come to work for us and then they apply for a job at our customer's facility because they're there all the time and they get to know the people. It might be a better paying job. We're going to encourage that. We always want people to do whatever is best for them. We do have some pretty good benefits too. We have incentives and bonuses for perfect attendance. You can earn paid days off. Even part-time people can earn paid days off through our attendance program. We have a 401k retirement plan that we match up to 3% of your salary, and that's for full-time and part-time people. I offer a class called Financial Peace University every spring. It's a 9-week class. We pay for all the costs of the class, and it's I don't know if you guys have heard of Dave Ramsey, but it's his class that we put on, and it's about doing a budget, it's about getting out of debt, it's about investing in the future, about buying real estate and the best way to buy insurance. I feel that because I've been there, I've been in debt and had to work out of it and went through that experience, I want to share that experience with other people because it's been such a blessing to me. So those are the things that we like to do for our team. Have fun at work. This is not glamorous work, but we know that attitude is a choice, and we expect you to have a good attitude out on the job. We want you to make it fun. If you have a bad attitude, we really want you working for our competitors. Does that make sense? Operate debt-free. It's not important for us to have a flashy image. We buy used vehicles. We have really good equipment here because that's important to do the job, but we don't have a fancy building. We don't think that's important. We think it's more important to be debt-free, to be able to make payroll every 2 weeks without going to the bank and asking for a loan. And you can know that you're not going to come in here one day and the doors are going to be locked because we went bankrupt. So in review, our core values are honesty, always get the job done, provide the best value, improve the lives of our team, have fun, and operate debt-free. And these are principles that we will hang on to no matter what we're going through, good times or bad.